Testing. Empath. I just like crappy mood, so I'm just trying to fly under the radar, really. I know when these energies are like this, and I know how I get, and it's just like, if I was smart, I just wouldn't do videos in this period, but I still try. So people go away. Yeah. Well, that just goes to show, that's the thing is longevity isn't as prominent as it should be. It's like loyalty. What the fuck is loyalty? When I've been in situations with people and I've seen how strong loyalty works for the other person, it's never in my fucking favor. It's like I'm the one that gets, and I ain't even been in a lot of relationships. That's probably one of the reasons why. Is because when there's like a break that's why, Mom, we always kind of been travelers, it? And I was thinking about it, like so many people have stayed put. They just have never fucking been anywhere in their whole life. And so they don't know what things are like. All their knowing of what things are like are based on what they've been told by other people telling them that's what things are like, or they read a book that says this is what things are like, and we've been around enough. We've traveled the road less traveled. We've had our whole lives are based on things that haven't happened to people. And now the realities of these stories are coming that this shit happens. And it's like, no shit, I've been talking about it my whole life, But people, because they're mental midgets and their scope is small, because all they believe is what they're told and what they've read in a book. No, Benny! Come up here until I'm done, and then we'll go out. I'm fired up, so he's fired up. But we've, like even moving from Central California to Redding, California, I was young, but it's just like old enough. Babies know what's going on. I remember things that happened when I was a baby, like a year, 2 years old. I remember I put a fish hook through my tongue and you turning white and almost passing out in San Bernardino. That's how we moved to Morro Bay. I remember our phone number when I was 3 years old. It's like, whatever. And people freaking, they don't remember. Anyway, so even moving from Central California to Redding, California, I noticed the differences on how people behaved and acted, and what they have to do and what they want. And besides that, everybody else is out of sight, out of mind. This is a point I like to make every now and again. If you're ever sitting, hey Stanley, if you're ever sitting like at a bus stop or someplace in proximity to a crosswalk, a pedestrian crosswalk, and there's enough traffic where like people can walk. I used to like go out at lunch when I worked at a university and stuff like that. I've done this study all over the place, and human nature is consistent when I say that people, when someone is walking across in a crosswalk, people will speed up when they could just keep the course that they're going, and the pedestrian will make it across the street and they will get through. But they will speed up just to slow down to get fucking pissed at the pedestrian. It is the weirdest shit. Happens all the time. Human nature, we are animals. We're supposed to be the Earth's custodians. We're supposed to be taking care of the planet because we are the ones with thumbs. the custodians. We're supposed to be taking care of this planet. But people have freaking raped, pillared, squandered the resources of this planet to serve a grosser entity. And more people are starting to see that because they're starting to see where that is alive and well in their own lives. Even if you're living with your freaking mom, your dad, they're drunks, just the wickedness. And then see how that spills out. And it's just weird, man. It's weird. Like, I went into a store today to buy some cat food for the outside cat. So I get the big 20-pound, 5-pound, you get the big bags for the outside cats. Now there's freaking triple of them because they're all the baby kittens, and but at least they know where they can come and get fresh water and food. And they're fun to watch because they're little spazzes, But, anyway, what are you going to, some people would just shoot them all and stuff, but that ain't me. That I'd rather feed them. So I go into the store, right? And there's everybody is just like slow as shit in this town. Nobody does anything with any kind of, urgency. It just doesn't happen. It's a tourist town. It's like, anyway, whatever. But it's not just, that's what people don't understand. It's not just here. It's become this way everywhere because of the lazy disease of this freaking cold. And then everybody got the opportunity to become lazy. This has been great. The last year and a half has been wonderful for lazy freaking people. But what people are supposed to be figuring out is taking this introspect time to work on themselves. And now that everybody's coming out into the world, with all their conferences and all their, gatherings and all their, everybody's starting to do things again. Except the outdoorsy places because, well, water's draining everywhere. So it's just kind of depressing. But everybody's starting to do all this stuff and you're starting to see what have you done with your time within. Are you a better version of yourself than you started going into this a year and a half ago? Are people better versions of themselves? Are they in better standing in life? Or are they in the same? Because our spirits are supposed to expand and want to thrive. And, it's all about creating heaven on earth, not making money. That freaking ideology is so just over, man. And how many people are happy? More billionaires and millionaires on the planet. More rich dudes flying to space. Everybody should be happy by that account. Suicides going up. Alcohol use going through the roof. Drug overdose. Hell, all you gotta do is go to the hospital. They want. They're just like everybody else. And when people are freaking, integrated in a system like that, they have a card that they can plug into, which a lot of these generators need fuel to sustain themselves. It's just not practical. But people buy a dream. People buy ideas. People buy ideologies because it's easier to buy other people's bullshit than to come up with your own creative ideas on how to make your own community a viable, sustainable. Hell, I didn't even know I was. That's funny. But I was never really like exceptional at any one thing, like he was at ping pong and stuff like that. Anyway, it was Saturday. I did not go to the farmer's market. I was just not driving. Just was not. I just. Quick trip for a cup of coffee and then came home. I'm just, that's the thing is like, okay, Marge, where are you in your gratitude? Where's your measure of gratitude, Marge? Where are you in gratitude? I'm grateful that my mom is healthy. I'm grateful that I am healthy. I'm grateful that my DOGs and my CATs are healthy. CAT. I'm grateful that it's the freaking temperature is cool here. It's not hot. Because neither of us handle hot too good. I'm grateful that all of us have managed to stay together as hard as it's been. And as questionable as I thought it was going to be at times since October 18th when we left, 17th, God's found it fit to keep us all together. We had to go to New Mexico from Salem, Oregon to accomplish that goal. We did it, you know. And he's put angels in our life to freaking make it possible. Dude, people can't do stuff in life by themselves anymore. You can't. You can't. I don't know. A lot of people can't. I'm sure that there's plenty of people that can. Hey, what's up? God bless you. I was just going over a gratitude list. Sometimes I feel like I complain too much, and I'm not, and I need to be more in a grateful place. So I just want people to know that I always recognize everything that I have. I recognize that God has made it possible for us to live the life that we have. And just sometimes I'm a freaking egotistical freaking jerk. You know, I'm Aries, Sun, Scorpio, Moon, Cancer, rising, and I live a lot in the way of balance and trying to keep my frequency even keel. At the same time, I'm a human being and I am full spectrum, and sometimes I am all over the board. So that's why I try not to get too high. I can't let the highs can't get too high and the lows can't get too low. So when I start getting in a funk, I always know what to do. Always know what to do. Whether I do it, you know, because sometimes we just like sitting in our shit because it's nice and warm and it's a comfort, it's a familiar place, you know. But only we are going to get ourselves out of our own stinking thinking. And I meditate quite a bit, you know. I do. I'll probably once I'm done here, since I'm actually doing a live, I'll probably go in and do a meditation state. I was sad to hear Lauren Oswald. She does meditation. I can't remember her channel. I bet I could look it up quick. I guess she lost both of her parents. Lauren Ostrowski Fenton. She's videos. I'm almost at 1,600. Her meditation helps comments based on their video, like, because I'm a YouTuber and I know my astrology, and I know I'm excited. This is the freaking this week. Supposedly, freaking Heidi's coming back. Ooh. She's my favorite Vedic reader. She's a Vedic astrologer. Vedic astrologer. Vedic astrology. It's Eastern Hindi astrology. It's a different star. It all are like little pieces in who we are. And she hasn't done videos in 2 years. I knew she'd come back one day. She's been busy though with her own. That's the thing, is life happens. Life isn't happening for me, so I do a video every day, but the more life happens for me, probably the less videos I'll do, even though I'll have more stuff to fill in my videos about the stuff that's happening in life to me. Everybody's around here. Now it's like because there's artists around here. There's everybody. Oh, you all right, Minnie? Everybody's got. I'm an artist. I did this a while back. It's gonna be backwards. I did this when I lived in Omaha. There's so much going on there. What's happening? Anyway, brush strokes. I'm a photographer too. I looked in my cloud because I just upgraded my laptop, and 48,501 photos that I've taken since like 2016, 2013. And that's just the ones that are here, you know, because I got hundreds from when I went to Operation Iraqi bullshit of actual hard copy. Because I used to always have those digital photos, those portable, yeah, that I take everywhere. So I got, you know, the actual photos. It's just I always like capturing moments, you know, because people can look at a picture and even like 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 people that have trouble with memory and stuff like that, they can look at a picture and they can go back to the instant that was there and tell you everything about every detail that happened when that picture happened. It's like, you know, people need those reminders, man. Some are good, some are not so good. So yeah, it's funny though, because I'm a photographer, but I've never gotten paid for my work. Never, nobody's ever given me one dime for any picture that I've ever taken for any occasion, for any reason. They just haven't felt compelled to. See, yeah, it's funny. Some of the other day, I was just like, you know, people every now and again I'll come across someone that says you don't see the value in yourself, and I'm like, well, no, excuse me, I absolutely see the fucking value in myself. I have the ability of telekinesis. You know, I'm a clarier. I'm freaking, you know, my record is good. My standing is good. You know, I know exactly who the fuck I am. The problem is other people that don't know who the fuck they are, that's not gonna reflect. You see what I mean? So it's only people that know who the fuck they are and gonna be strong in their character and in their convictions and things like that are gonna recognize that in me. Otherwise, no, I'm just a fucking asshole. Yeah. Or I'm just a know-it-all. I get that a lot. I like when people just unleash and they tell me all about me. Oftentimes, tell me all about me. They do. They tell me all about me, but what they're doing is what they're seeing in me that they don't like about themselves. And I'm like, just like, okay, you're right. Yeah, okay. And I was note to self. You know what? Note to self. Come on, Papa Docs. Come on, Papas. Good boy. A lot of kinetic energy, a lot of storm activity in northern New Mexico. Off in the mesa, you can see the freaking thunder and the water just falling. So that's cool. There's floods all over, man. There's just crazy stuff happening all over the place, man. There's flooding and like hundreds of people, like 1,000 people are missing. And that's the thing is when they say these numbers, it's always like so much more than they say. They always make up numbers, man. We never get the actual account of the reality. It's just imposed reality. If you live in a media world, you're living in an imposed reality, and more people are engrossed in this. It has to be true because it's on here. You know, it's just the dumbest thing. People have turned into some unthinking representations of freaking human beings. The human race is. I wrote this in my description. It is definitely slowed to a stroll. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. I try to be a good. That's the thing. Every day I fight like the things in me that I'm like, okay, I could be just as successful with these people, but think about the things that you would have to trade off to do to earn that success. And could you live with yourself, Margie? No, you can't live with it. So it's not an option for you. So stop it. You know what? I'm a work from home daughter. And that's the thing. It's hard for me because I just do everything for free. But sometimes people freaking, you know, recognize, oh, okay, well, here's 20, whatever. But I got no earth in my chart. And Fragine, she doesn't have earth in her chart. And Sarah Silverman, she doesn't have earth in her chart. You know, so it's about trying to keep balance with her. So I don't care about fucking money. It's just a means to fucking satisfy other people and their freaking insecurity. have to have a lot of that shit and feel good, and they're freaking. Nah. I'm telling you, man, I'm pissy. What is it? What is it? Okay. What was the talk I was listening to? I finance guy. Everybody's talking about it hasn't gotten. Everywhere you go, it hasn't gotten. I already know, dude. That's the thing is because we grow from being uncomfortable. We grow from being in pain. They call them growing pains for a reason, right? But people haven't grown. They just keep doing things and buying things to mask the discomfort that they have instead of doing the work. And it's running out. It's not working. That's why they say money doesn't buy happiness, because you got to get quiet and connect to something outside bigger than yourself. And everybody thinks they're running the show and they've been successful because of themselves. And the whole freaking table's about to freaking turn. Because here comes the lessons, because not enough people are getting it. And more people are talking about it. So, that's what makes things happen. That's what makes things true, is the majority of people that believe in that system or that reality. That's what makes timelines happen. People believe it's going to happen. People have been talking about California freaking dropping in the ocean as long as I can remember, and longer before that. And now the seismic activity is freaking giving in. And the devastation of that. All my family's good stuff to happen. How they want to see the world as a free place. Because there's nonsense about the fraud, the waste, the abuse, the people on the top with everything, and they are like, trickle down economics, bitch, that don't work unless you let it go, and they don't. People, it's just self-will has run riot on the planet for far too long, and now God's gonna freaking. People got to learn discipline, and if they're not gonna do it of and by themselves, which they've had the opportunity to do that the last years, then more and more stuff is gonna happen, and then God will put you on your knees, and you will find your discipline, and then you will care about other people, because you will know what it's like to go without. About to find out. I hope I'm wrong. It's about all I got for now. Hope you have right.